Grieving Kate shares update on George, Charlotte and Louis as they start new school. The Cambridge children changed schools as part of the family of five's recent move to Windsor. Kate shared a rare update on Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis during an hour-long walkabout in Sandringham today. The Prince and Princess of Wales, both 40, greeted well-wishers and viewed floral tributes to the late Queen outside Sandringham House in Norfolk on Wednesday afternoon. Members of the public who spoke to Kate revealed she opened up on how her three children were getting on following the death of their great-grandmother and as they start their new school. One well-wisher told the BBC, "My daughter asked her how the children were doing, and Kate thanked her and said yes, they were doing well and they were being looked after at school, so that was a nice exchange." Another well-wisher, Lydia Bailey, who lives nearby in Heacham, told People magazine, "Kate said the children have settled in nicely with their new school and have new friends." George, Charlotte and Louis started at Lambrook School near Ascot earlier this month following the family of five's move to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor. The young royals had their first full day at the school last Thursday when the late Queen died peacefully at Balmoral aged 96. Kate remained in Windsor as Prince William rushed to Scotland with other members of the royal family. The Prince and Princess of Wales arrived at the main gates to Sandringham House soon after midday today. Thousands turned out to catch a glimpse of William, who is now first in line to the throne, and Kate. The couple were solemn as they looked at the sea of flowers left for the beloved royal matriarch by the Norwich gates. Queen Elizabeth II's funeral will be attended by royals and politicians from around the world, and some have key roles to play during the historic event. The state funeral will be conducted by the Dean of Westminster, David Hoyle, whose appointment to the role was approved by the Queen in 2019. Prime Minister Liz Truss, and Commonwealth Secretary-General Hon Patricia Scotland Casey will read lessons, and a sermon will be given by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby. After the service, King Charles III, the Queen Consort, and members of the royal family will follow the coffin out of Westminster Abbey where a procession will begin to Wellington Arch. The Queen will be interred with her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, in King George VI's Memorial Chapel in St George's Chapel, Windsor Castle, at 7:30 p.m. on Monday. Kate looked typically elegant in a long black coat, while she wore her brunette hair loose in curls. The Waleses waved, shook hands, chatted and even posed for selfies during the walkabout. William told well-wishers that walking behind his grandmother's coffin in the procession yesterday from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall where she is lying in state ahead of the funeral next Monday brought back memories of his mother Princess Diana's funeral. Jane Wells, 54, of Long Sutton in Lincolnshire, said, "I said how proud his mother would have been of him, and he said how hard it was yesterday because it brought back memories of his mother's funeral." Carolyn Barwick-Walters, 66, of Neath in Wales, said, "He told us how difficult it was yesterday, how it brought back memories of walking behind his mother's coffin." Gregory Hill, head teacher of Howard Junior School in Kings Lynn, was with a group of children aged 7 to 9, and he said that William and Kate noticed a Paddington Bear tribute they had made. He said, "It's got our same logo on the badge as our school uniform," and they both commented about that. Mother of three Kate then invited 80-year-old Elizabeth Silkowski to walk with her to place a corgi teddy and a bouquet of flowers among the tributes. Mr. Hill said, "Elizabeth was overwhelmed, she cried with joy at being chosen. It's just a wonderful, amazing opportunity." A large crowd gathered behind metal barriers after news of their visit spread earlier on Thursday. Norfolk police said an increasing number of people were expected and that officers were managing a one-way system around the estate. William and Kate waved to the crowds before climbing into a Range Rover to leave. It comes after the Waleses stepped out with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle last Saturday for a surprise walkabout in Windsor. as it spread earlier on Thursday. Norfolk police said an increasing number of people were expected and that officers were managing a one-way system around the estate. William and Kate waved to the crowds before climbing into a Range Rover to leave. It comes after the Waleses stepped out with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle last Saturday for a surprise walkabout in Windsor.